Howdy folks, this particular video is going to be two items that I just received from Wish that I asked for. Um, Both of them I wanted. I really wanted. One of them, the first one I'm going to show you, is I got it for my iWatch because, well, if and when we do more traveling, which I'm hoping we'll do, I'm going to need this particular item. I've already unwrapped it. I looked at it. It is exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's a little travel container for your iWatch. Now, the good thing about this little container, besides it has a little clip for your belt, when you open it up, yeah, I cheated. I opened it, sorry. When you open it up, it's a nice, soft, yet hard body. It's designed to protect your watch. It's also designed, now, I don't know if you can see it, but if you notice this little, like, opening right here, and it's got a notch here. Basically what that is, you can put your iWatch charger in that spot. It's magnetic, so it will keep your watch there, and then you wrap the watch. Oh, the whole thing comes out. Oh, this part I did not know until now. The whole middle part where your iWatch goes comes out. So basically you can put your charger there, push the charger through this top hole right here, which you can barely see, and the wire comes out the bottom. So you can wrap your wire in there and just have part of it sticking out so you can plug it into a charging base and then stick the whole thing back into the case, close it up, and then you can clamp it because it's got a little capon. Yep, let me do this right. It's got one of these little clip things, what we call a capon. I hope I'm saying that right. You can connect it to your belt, to your backpack if you're backpacking, to anything that basically can clamp this onto. So some people might not know what it is and just leave it alone. Other people you might have to watch for, because, depending on your travels. Like if I were going on the bus again, this would be connected to my carry-on so I could watch it. But I'll be honest with you, I wore this watch my whole trip. My whole trip from here to Texas was it would have been just shy of 24 hours. But that would be if I was going straight to Houston instead of getting off at Dallas. If I was going straight to Houston, it would have been from 8:40 p.m. to 5:50 p.m. But because I got off in Dallas, it was 8:20 p.m. to 11:05 a.m. the next morning. And it used about half the battery. I've been wearing this watch for about 12 and a half, almost 13 hours, and it's still at 84%. So the battery on this iWatch is designed to last a good day or more. Oops, I accidentally hit the heart monitor button. But this is a good, let's say if I had this at the hotel, I could put my watch in this and let it charge. So it's a combination of a charging dock carrying case for traveling. Hopefully I get to test this out sometime before I forget. But maybe I'll just, try to test it out tonight. I might just, set up my travel charger in this thing and see how well it works. The next thing I got, which I'm taking my watch off for, might have to do it, might have to ask for help. I don't really have anybody to help. I don't want to disturb Mom. But I also opened this bag to look in it and shoved it back in the bag. It's a pair of leather arm gauntlets, or arm braces, armbands, whatever you want to call them. But I got them because I'm on this huge, I want to say Nordic Norseman trip. I'm getting a lot of stuff that has Nordic themes, like this necklace, bull's head necklace. Um, a shirt that I got, a Renaissance style shirt with basically the same thing it has on this thing. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on here because of the light. But it has Celtic and Nordic symbolage. And if my DNA information is correct, and I've been reading the stuff from Ancestry.com correctly, I possibly have. Right now, it's a very heavy duty, thick leather, but you can barely see it in the light. You see the like symbol in the middle. It's what's called a Nordic compass, and then you see like the Celtic knot, Trinity knot. Now, Norse mythology, Viking mythology. I'm just gonna say Viking mythology. Viking mythology is this compass it's a symbol of Odin, or a symbol, one of the many symbols of Odin. But basically, what it is, according to legend, is any traveler, any Nordic Viking traveler that wears this symbol on their clothing, whether it's on an armband, a necklace, their shirt, whatever, it's a compass. And basically, according to the stories, is if you wear the compass, you'll never get lost. You'll always find your way home. Well, there is a couple stories where a couple sailors kind of got lost and found what is now known as Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. But anyhow, it comes with a twine. It feels like leather. It feels like rope type leather. And I'm going to see if I can do this myself and put it on. But I got one for each arm. I got two. Yes, two. Now, it's not going to go very well with the other theme I was trying to go for Halloween. But I don't think I'm going to use it for Halloween. I think I'm going to use it for just everyday type wear. Now, I'm probably doing this wrong. Jerry probably could do it better for me. But Jerry's asleep, and I'm not going to bug her. I'll just have her redo it for me. A crisscross shoelace type deal, which is what I'm trying to do. But like I said, I am not a sewer. I'm not saying they have to be a sewer to do this, but I might have done this wrong already. Maybe I did. I don't know. I'll probably go online and find somebody to teach me how to do this. But yeah, because this is already starting to look messed up. It's me for you. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm just being a little impatient, which is normal for me. Sorry. But anyhow, like I was saying, I am, because of Ancestry.com, and I've been trying, keyword right there, trying to study up on my various DNA background, which the way it reads is I've got most like a good percentage of what they call Welsh, Wales, and Brit, or the British Isles, which is the British Isles, basically Britain, Scotland, and Ireland. Well, Ireland is Celtic. Then there's a percentage of Norse, or basically what they call, they don't say Norse, they basically say Scandinavian and Norwegian, which is the North. That's basically where the Vikings came from. Then there's Germanic states, Baltic states, parts of, I forgot what the other parts are, but there's all different parts in there that I'm looking at, like the larger percentage. Yep, I did this wrong. I'm gonna have to redo it. I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time, which is not always easy for me because I can't, as Jerry will probably tell you, I can't multitask that well. No, I see what I did wrong. But anyhow, because of my fascination to due to the DNA from Ancestry.com, I became very excited, to say the least, finding out that I could be descended from Celts, Irish, Vikings, Norwegian, Scandinavian, Highlanders, Scots, and Hessians, German. Now, anybody who's ever studied history knows that these particular groups are, I want to say violent, but they are known for their prowess in battle. They are known for their bravery. They're known for their no back down, no prisoners taken, no backing off from a fight, which, oddly enough, I have similar personality issues because my father raised me not to start the fight, but not to. What did I do wrong again? I'll figure this out, probably off camera. But basically, the way I was raised was, you don't start a fight, but you do not back down. You finish that fight. So that's kind of like, I've had that problem all my life. I've never really gotten into fights, but if I do get into a fight, one, it's not one I started, and two, it's not one I'm just going to back away from. Not unless I'm given a darn good reason. And there was some time around my high school age, whatever, that I had issues with people. I kind of had issues with people getting back from Germany because there was this one kid in grade school back in Arizona who made the mistake of calling my father a Nazi because we just got back from Germany. And I was like, you might want to think twice about that comment because, one, you don't know the Germans the way I do, and two, if you were to mention that to a German in Germany, you'd find yourself eating mud because the Germans hated the Nazis because they basically brainwashed the youth of Germany and forced the German people into slavery almost. And there were stories from World War II where American soldiers had come in to finally gotten into Germany and basically had a fight in the farm field of a German community, a farm community, and basically every time a Nazi soldier fell, the German people would literally come and disembowel the soldier with farming equipment, hoes, rakes, that kind of stuff. So it's like, yeah, really, you want to call a German a Nazi, let alone an American soldier who came from who was stationed on an American base in Germany. So it was kind of like one of those things where it was like, you've got a choice to either apologize for that comment or there is going to be issues, and there were. It was the first time, granted it was grade school, it was the first time in my history, my life, actually no, second time. First time was a miscommunication. But it was the first time of having to go to the principal's office for getting into a fight. And, well, let's just say when my father heard about it, my father didn't say anything positive or negative. He just sat there and went, okay. So, whose fault was it? And one day said, mine, his son's. He was like, no, because your son is an ignorant fool, and if you are going to allow him to be an ignorant fool, well, he's going to wind up getting his butt kicked by other kids who know better. And, well, let's just say my father wasn't exactly happy with me for the fight, but he was not unhappy because factor one, I stood my ground. I did exactly what I was raised to do. And two, I defended the family. It's kind of like defending the family honor. Now, either I got this upside down or I've got too far up. That's what it is. It's too far up my arm. It's supposed to be right about there. Anyhow, I got it on. It's new leather, so it's going to take some time for it to stretch out and soften. If you know any way of softening leather without damaging it, leave it in my comments, please. Because, like I said, now, I've already had a discussion with Jarianne about fashion. Now, I know modern day people would be like, he's wearing clothes that are not fashionable. He's wearing clothes that look like a costume. Because I have a outfit that Jarianne helped me get that was inspired by Assassin's Creed. Now, for those of you who are watching that are gamers, know exactly what I'm talking about. So what I ended up getting myself, and Jerry actually helped me get it because she actually got the jacket. She got me this nice jacket, hooded jacket, leather-ish, let's say. And hopefully, within the next couple of days, I will put it on the whole outfit and wear it. Have her take pictures and help me put it on here. But anyhow, it is a black leather pleather jacket, very comfortable, very durable. It's got a hood. It's not a detachable hood. It's a sewn-on hood. Same kind of material. It's got like red detailed scroll. I guess you call it scroll work, but it's red detail working on the front lapel type area. The only thing that makes it non-Renaissance is the fact that it's a zipper front. But it's cool because it's got a zipper with two buckles at the stomach level to basically bring the jacket in a little bit more. And the zipper pull is shaped like a cross. Now, I did wear it once to show it off to a friend and some coworkers. And my one coworker was like, I wouldn't call that assassin. I would call that more like Templar. And I'm like, well, the Templars never wore a hood. But then I remembered there's a character from one of the games. His name is Shaw. I can't remember the last name. But he was from the game Assassin's Creed Rogue, where the main character, Shaw, had questioned the assassin's doings, I guess, and became a Templar. Still used the assassin's clothing and weaponry and whatnot. But I was thinking, yeah, I guess it could be a crossover between assassin and Templar. But I had bought the Renaissance style pants. The downside with Renaissance style pants is there's no pockets. So if I were to go wear that kind of clothing on a regular basis, which I'd love to do, I'd have to order some more pants. They are nice material. They're not flimsy, cheap costume material like if you were to go buy one of the Assassin's Creed costumes, which I did buy. Not exactly happy because it doesn't fit. I ordered it an extra large through Walmart, and it feels like a large. So I'm not going to use that costume. I'm either going to sell it, give it away, or try to get my money back. But anyhow, and I have a white shirt that has the Nordic compass on it, on the chest. But she bought me or did I buy it? I don't remember now. A red almost silk-like material Renaissance shirt for the outfit, which it makes the costume really pop. And then I turned around and bought a pair of Renaissance style um, boots. They're a little difficult to get in and out of unless you've got the side ties, because it ties like an old Renaissance style shoe. It doesn't buckle, it doesn't zipper. It's like you put it on, you wrap the cord around this button and pull to tighten it up, but don't pull too hard because I don't know if those buttons will come off or not. But anyhow, now I can just get someone to tie it. Question is it upside down or not? If that's considered upside down, let me know too. I'm asking opinions. But anyhow, I was semi joking with Jerry Ann about it over the phone because she hasn't seen me in it yet, and I'm gonna have to show it to her. But I was joking. I was like, you know what? I want to get rid of all my regular clothes and just get more of these pants and more of these shirts because they were so comfortable. Now that I know that the pant, because I bought one pair of pants, both the pants and I think everything except for the jacket. I don't know if the jacket was from. I think the jacket was from Wish too, but the jacket was perfectly sized. I think Jerry Ann got like a 2X. I have to look at the size now. But the pants I originally got like an extra large because I was thinking, okay, pants extra large. Well, the first pair of pants that I bought were just a little snug. Not so snug that if I were to bend over, because I stretched in them and I kneeled and bent and squatted and the whole 9 yards. The first pair was just a little tight. You can tell when I bent or squat that they were tight, but not so tight that they stretched the material to the point where it was going to rip. So the second pair I bought was a 2X, and they were perfect. They were loose enough where I can do a lot of movement freely without being overly concerned of rippage or stretchage. Um, Again, Renaissance clothes do not have pants, and they don't have belts like regular belts. They have ties like a pair of sweatpants. Material is a little too light to wear during the colder times of the year. I'm pretty sure during colder times of the year, a lot of people who lived in cold climates, like the Vikings and a lot of the northern German tribes and whatnot of the time, probably wore heavier fur-lined clothing or heavier linen type, because that's kind of like what the material of the time was a linen or a leather or a fur type material. Um, because a lot of the areas of the north part of Europe had bear, caribou, fox, elk, moose. Well, no, moose is mostly an American, but they had like deer, elk, bear, um, Highland cow in Scotland. They had a type of, I don't know if they had a type of cow or not. They might have had types of cow in Northern Europe back then. Probably did because they had milk of sorts, unless it was goat's milk or sheep's milk. I don't remember. I had I have not really studied that much of that kind of thing because I live in America, and granted, I want to know about my forefathers and whatnot, but I'm not studying like the different animals yet. Even though on Wish, no, not Wish, Amazon, because we did get a few things from Amazon, but on Amazon, I have in the cookbook a. Now I don't remember if it was paleo or what it was, but it was like a cookbook on what the Vikings ate in that part of the country, in their home country, their home territory. But as I'm studying a lot of books that I bought on Vikings, they talk about how the Vikings had 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 been they've discovered evidence of Viking vessels of one form or another, boats, tools, equipment, housing, in far as far east on the Eurasian continent as the Black and Adriatic Seas, and as far west as Northern America, Hudson Valley, what we now call Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, and places that far north on the Canadian territory. So, if you want to look at history, we all think Christopher Columbus was the first one to discover America. Not according to evidence. The Vikings discovered North America before Christopher Columbus ever sailed across the Atlantic. So, for all you people who think Christopher Columbus was a smart guy and discovered America, no, the Vikings did, by accident. According to the knowledge or information they found or discovered, those who've been studying different Viking ruins and whatnot, basically information according to them, this particular Viking vessel, and what they didn't say if it was Eric the Red or who it was, but this particular person, their vessels were trying to reach a Viking outpost or a Viking territory, some sort of Viking place on the tip of Greenland, but somehow were blown so far off course by a storm that they landed on the northern tip of Nova Scotia. And they've got evidence as far south of the North American coastline and into like Hudson Bay, or that part in Canada that's called the Hudson Bay, not the part that's in New York. They've discovered evidence of a Viking ship in that area. So, yeah, it might be in modern written history that Christopher Columbus discovered the Caribbean. Basically, discovered, I forgot what they called it back then, West Indies. No, but somewhere in the Gulf Coast of America and further south. But the Vikings discovered North America before Christopher Columbus ever sailed. So, on you. But anyhow, enough chit chat about history and whatnot. But yeah, between the two wrist guards and the iWatch case for travel, those are two things that I got from Wish. What started the whole Viking conversation was this wrist guard has the Nordic compass, runes, whatever you want to call it, embedded on it, as well as Celtic, the Celtic Trinity the Trinity knot, which is quite interesting because it's two different groups, the Vikings and the Celts, two different groups. Granted, according to history, they did kind of intermingle and trade, but I like it. Now, the next question I have for myself, which I might be able to do, I might check it out. No, it won't be as effective though, so I might only wear one, which might look weird. But this will not work with the iWatch. I just realized that. Because the iWatch has to be pressed up against your skin for the heart monitor part. Which, if any of you want me to discuss more of the features and benefits of the iWatch, now granted this is a iWatch 3 series, it's a 38 millimeter base on it, but I can do a walkthrough of what I've discovered on it. And I might have to clean the one side because my skin gets dirty. But anyhow, I'm going to end this. This is now a long one. And I will try to put it up here in the next day or so. Till next time, have a good night. God bless. Oh, jeez. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more, and if you want me to discuss more on my Ancestry.com findings or my feelings about history, anything that I've basically discussed in this video, if you want to hear more about, leave it in the comments. I can try to tell you more. Like like I said, hopefully I can get a picture of my costume and put it on here. Um, I am a big fan of Assassin's Creed, so if you want to know about that, those of you who are probably watching this, most of you probably don't even care. Some of you might go, hey, I know somebody who likes that game. Maybe they want to watch the video, or maybe want to discuss more. That's fine. Like I said, though, anything you've heard on this video you want to hear more about or learn more about, you want me to do a thing on my iWatch, you want me to do a thing on Nordics, the Nords, the Vikings, history of one form or another, I can dive into that. I'm open for any kind of discussion on anything I've talked about on any of my videos. Go through, watch them, leave comments. I'll find them. I'll look into it, jot down notes so I can talk to you guys about it. Just if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up. If you want to hear more, hit that bell. It will let you know when I post more videos. Any comments, questions, inquiries, leave them in the comment area. I will get to them. I do read them. It might take me a couple days, week. I will get to some of your questions and I will answer them. I'm planning on hopefully getting back to my original videos where I was giving information about my past, my life, what I've done, what I haven't done, what I want to do. Last time I was talking about, I think I left off somewhere around my high school times, my high school days. I don't remember. I have to go back and watch a couple of them to find out. But I will go back and revisit those and finish those up. But like I said, any questions, comments, suggestions, even. If you put in a suggestion and it's in my wheelhouse, I guess you'd say, I will address them. If not, I will at least say I'm sorry. That's not me, or I'm not really into those things, or haven't really studied those things or looked at those things. Oh, I got a white patch. Yay. Sorry. I will do that. But yeah, you guys have a good evening. God bless. Enjoy. I will see you soon. Have a good day. Bye.